Sri Rajdanji, our mentor, he has nicely briefed the session and given it the theme. My fellow colleagues on the dais and the audience speakers representing baby boomer to ZX, generation X even. So welcome to you all, a very warm good morning. I'll be sharing my experience and thought on skill and talent management in oil and gas and leave for marine to other fellow speaker. The question comes up as to what is the need for skill and talent management in hydrocarbon sector. Why? One, that hydrocarbon sector itself is a different sector than normal business sector. First, because we are handling right from exploration, production to distribution, right up to the kitchen, a inflammable gas. So it has to be taken care of during production, during transportation, storage, and last mile connectivity. So this is a specific subject, so therefore we limit to hydrocarbon sector. Industry scenario now changing faster than anticipated. A too rapid pace of digitization is a theme of conference also. The digitization, the automated process, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, digitization, digital twins, and Internet of Things. These are the new things coming up. As I addressed the millennium, we have the starting from baby boomers to generation X now. So how they are coping up with the upcoming threat to the industry itself. Aging workforce, as I said, all baby boomers will retire by 2024, paving way to the new generation. And they must have been grown up actually, as Rajan Sahab has said, you have to grow and allow others to grow. That is the best way of industry coming up and giving rise to new thoughts and new opportunities. This is a system which is coming up now. Rightly, we have to prepare ourselves for a stage called UA, where total volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguous situation. You do not know what will happen tomorrow or maybe day after. So such a situation coming up, you have seen in the growing industry, earlier there was no digitalization. We are all working on logbooks, handwritten notes. Now today everything is on digitalization. So such a change abruptly coming. There could be disruption in the industry. It is possible. So are we not prepared to take care of such a situation? That is very important. So therefore, the skill development area. The paradigm shift has changed the business from what to do. New recruitees, they know what to do because they whatever they come experience, it is going to use. Now you need new skill to work upon or work at the workplace. This is a big change. Change in technology. Even in any stage, you go exploration. You have got now all even well drilling, imaginary. You can map it, what is happening. Everything is changed. So therefore, the transition from a traditional to innovative learning. So skill development has to take care of this kind of situation. So it's a small one. What we need to do, what are the threats? Technological development, economic shocks, growing industries and growing economies, falling economies, you have seen in the global context, competition, new technology, new media, new things coming up, and there will be social trends, as you have seen in the morning. Now, COP27 coming up. They say you have to first finish it up, no carbon footprint by 2050. Now we say, no, it will be 2070. At least we have to prepare. These are the new social requirement. And then world politics. You have seen the effect of Russia-Ukraine war, how their prices have changed, and even the industries' survival is becoming difficult in some of the places. So this is all threats to the system which has to take place by the skilled manpower. Now next is skill profile. It is basically a representation of the skill associated with a person or a team, or an organization, or a community. Let's say India is so skilled, so it is entire country. Because the acumen or the talent and the skill within the country describes the country's skillness. or an individual also, the student, somebody very good in playing, somebody very good in researching, somebody very good in mathematics. So these are areas of his skill, but group-wise, it will be one, let's say, institute. So-and-so institute is ranked number 1, based on the skill performance of that university. What are the input? Underlying skill data together with the estimate of the level of expertise, how you are controlling, how you are assessing, way to organize the data, and visual and interactive presentation of the digital data. This is what you need to input. And skill profile help in skilling, planning, link people to similar profile. Suppose you want a very good upstream man, you pick up the profile, see his experience and put it there. Then we have linked people to role and projects. You see, he could be good for marine project, he could be good for city gas project, he could be good for refineries. Skill-based talent management, very important. You have to identify the skill which you require for a particular job. Then hire the people who meet such requirement and develop that skill set within the organization. This is a very difficult question. I will try to resolve it as to how to map actually. What is the scale? He may be good, he may be better, he may be best, but what is the scale? We have to see that it's very easy to say identify skill required for the job. Yes, you can identify, but how to identify within a man, within a person? That's a big task actually. So we will discuss that also. Now the issue now is skill-based talent management is not an HR concern. Don't leave it to HR. It is whole company's initiative. Everybody has to identify. You want to pick up a person that HR alone will not pick up. You have to involve. The whole organization has to involve. One step is equally good as another step. What I mean to say, supposing you want to identify a talent requirement or the skill requirement for a particular job. Now you describe it. Now then to identify that job within that particular person, whether he is capable of doing that or not, you have to have a system of marking, system of assessing. In interviewing, there has to be a probe type question. So you probe him whether he knows that skill or not. So the interviewing also is a big skill actually to come out of the skill of the person you are interviewing. Very important. Then flow chart for a new business or a existing business, both it apply. Business strategy define the skill required, functional and soft skill. If you cover the today's environment, the soft skill has become equally important than the functional skill. That we have to have competence like coaching, monitoring, mentoring, and deal with the change management, how it deals with. Then skill assessment tools, as I was talking. There are defined tools with some accuracy. They will not be 100%. Then use them, and then workforce development is a part of that selection. What it benefits both employees and the employer. The employees get benefit by increased career mobility. If he's trained in one particular skill or he has a good skill acquired or inbuilt, whatever it is, he could be a hot cake wanted everywhere in the organization or in the country. So that is one he gets. And it is the greater interest of the organization and whole as a country. If you develop a skill, yes, it can be part with, there is nothing wrong in that, in the country's prospect. Then recognition for contributors, not background based. You say, I have 15 years experience in so-and-so job. That doesn't give anything actually. You have been doing 16 years for the same job. So no, you have to be recognized that in that particular sector you have done so much good thing. What are your achievements? So it is not the length of your experience, it is the recognizable achievement of your career. That is very important. Then future-proofed career. If it happens, then you are sure that in any stage, what I was referring in the beginning, the change of the societies and change of the industry both have changed. Requirement have changed. So therefore, if you have a good adaptability, and which you have under this skill development, then your career is secured forever actually. That's what we are telling to Rajan Saab, that you never retire. The kind of experience which they have in any direction or in any other field, you don't retire. And why do you retire actually? There is no necessity. You have to upskill yourself. That is very important. If you do not want to retire, you upskill. Then benefit employer are increase organizational agility. You take quick action because if you are dealing anything, maybe somebody else encash that opportunity. So therefore, increase organizational agility, one thing, greater employment engagement, employees engagement. They will definitely see, if he is interested to know more and more, and companies providing him that particular kind of opportunity, rest assured he is not going to leave you for at least 1 decade. Third one, improve organizational alignment with the changing environment, a future-proofed workforce. Either way, the employee is proved for future and organization also is proved for future. So therefore, organization that cannot connect skill to work are at a risk of being outplaced by those that are more rapidly deploying mission critical talent. That's very important, and it is going to really happen. I have told you, this is to prepare the organization for any volatility in the business, uncertainty in the actions, complex behavior, and ambiguous situation. How to prepare, we have to dwell upon them. Radial change, if you see globally, I'll only touch 2 things. How people go, let's say example of TNT, Trinidad and Tobago, very good oil and gas, but workforce is not matching that requirement. So they have to train themselves. One issue. They have the resource. Second place, let me use example of Israel. Israel hardly an oil and gas. But believe me, when we were starting CNG in India, the Israeli delegation came, they said we want to have the absorbent system for CNG transportation. I said, wherefore we have learned, although no R&D. So if you want to develop your skill, it is not necessary that particular item is available to you directly. It is worldwide. So global approach, we must have in our issues, global approach. Anything available now today is the internet. You can scan. So therefore, do not limit your expertise, because your skill may be in that direction which is not available in the industry. Go beyond. Your limit is the globe. That's what I want to have. So, dear students, especially those who are coming from institute, it is for you. Don't leave your choice of following a particular area, because there are takers if you are giver. So, giver means your level of talent, level of skill should reach to that level. Skill shortage in India. First is that education and training. Still, we have shortage of about 41%. This is a study given by some institute in Brunei. They studied in Indian context what happens. Even though we have good institute, you have UPS Dehradun, PDPU, Ahmedabad, you have Rajiv Gandhi Institute, Raebareli, and so many, MET, but the skill coming out is neither full in quantity nor full in talent required. I'm sorry to say, don't mind, but it gives you an input actually. If it is lack of skill quantity, increase it. Still we need more. Still we need more people. So therefore there is no shortage of learning. Then we have independent succession planning. Again, what Mr. Azhar has said, you have not only to grow, you have make others to grow. Succession planning, so that when you really leave that particular job, there must be another person, not one, more than one to take over your position. And this kind of shortage in India today is 24%. People do not believe, okay, let's see what happens at the time. No, you should see beforehand. Then strict immigration. That means if you have good talent somewhere, suppose in Norway you have found out one good person for oil spill management. Can he come? Can you afford? So these kind of either inter-country arrangements or as a whole global arrangement, we should provide that sharing of the skill inter-countries. Loss of expertise due to aging worker. This is only 14%, and aging is a phenomena which cannot be stopped. And as I said, all baby boomers will retire by 2024, and they have special experience. And the next generation, X we can call it, they are in the almost top management. So how to really cope up with the future? That is very important. If there is a question, there has to be answer. Identifying skill gaps. Now this is for organization which is now trying to cope up with the changing environment. As I said, VUA. It says examining your business strategy and write down the key goal, what do you want to achieve in the organization, in the changing business scenario. Then note that professionals are required, what kind of professional required, and do you have, describe what skill set of each professional required, make a list of skill within your organization, this skill set we want. Then compare those lists with the calculate of the risk gap, skill gap. If it is, if organization is less, then you have gap. If it is more, then you can migrate. So mostly it is less because you are going for changing environment, new environment. So fill the gap by choosing proper person and train existing employees. So it is always not required because if you are diversifying in a business domain, maybe you are selving off something which is existing in the organization. So what you do, you retrain. The possible that again the same study has said, if you retrain the employees, 64% you can really train them within your. Suppose you have 10, so at least 6 people are capable of meeting the requirement of the company in a new business environment. This is one. Second, you can have people taking from outside, transfer, 36%. Then you can have partner with the organization which have that, joint venture type. So 29% skill, and ultimately launch initiative, more women, as I was talking. Again, study says they are more sticking to the job and doing the job in much learning way. That's the 22%, the study says. So therefore, you have to also look upper or look to the universities to get the skill. This basically is a triangle which gives you what kind of skill development, capacity building is changing it faster and anticipated. The bottom line gives you skill base, bottom of the pyramid. Then you have analytical mind. So those who are performing skill-based job, still they are the backbone of the company. Analytical next, then expertise base is the top of the triangle. See, if you see the paradigm of project management, they say if you are specialized, you can be bought. That's what they put at the top. The pyramid will be stable when the base is stable. So if you want to hire an expertise means again he is not a pool of talent. He is a skill man, only one area. So on the top. So therefore, when you want to make a project manager, now he has to know something of everything. And he is a journalist. The man who knows something of everything, he is a journalist. But if you see the project management book, it says such a journalist is not possible in the world. Only few. So therefore, he is a specialist. So probably a journalistic specialist you cannot hire. You have to create or poach. Hiring is difficult. But on the top, if you have only one skill, rest assured your market is good, company can hire. Now these are the type of skill I was talking. What skill? So again, don't be misguided by these 10 commandments. You need to have the domain expertise, which is not coming here. It will be encompassed in this skill. Let's say adaptability, one of the skill. How you get adopted in the change environment of mechanical working to digital working? One. Then strong communication skill. Time ज़्यादा तो नहीं गया? Yes, I'll finishing up. Project management skill, critical thinking, problem solving, leadership, time management, team player, global thinking, and conflict management. These are 10 traits I could find that put it in the skill, but rest assured your domain expertise will never go bad. This is what the manager or the organization can deal with, the people they are having, how to assess them. There is x-axis argument performance, y-axis is potential of an individual. So there is a scoring people or there is assessing people, they are giving marks. So what persons is assessed by many individuals and where he ranks. So you have to be concerned about first axis, Z1, X1, and then 2, and the maximum score is 9, 3 by 3. So top right you can assess. So this is, you have to take care of the people who are in the middle band, they are all scoring 4, and also the first quadrant. So how you take care of them? Okay, I will just pass go. This also can escape. This is the final proposed model, how you should go. Then we have to inculcate now, we have to develop the skill. There are 2 models. One that we go for the working level, ITI. Another model is from institute. They are giving degree course, BTech. Both have to be skilled in those particular areas where you want them to work. And then after skill mapping, then you have selection of them and place them in the proper place. Once you place, then you have to assess them and then replace them. There's a normal phenomenon, HR. Now, final slide in Indian initiative, what we are doing. Skill India initiative, already launched by Honorable Prime Minister in 2015. Working well. The National Skill Development Missions, Hydrocarbon Skill Council, they are also doing well. Good institute in Bhubaneswar, Vizag, Kochi, Ahmedabad, and Raebareli established. Pradhan Mantri Yojana, initiative of city gas entities and professional institute, as I explained earlier. So with this now, I have overshooted the time. Thank you very much for listening, and we will meet again. Thank you very much.